Namaste. This is the part two of the conversation which we started, and we were talking about detoxification as we look at it through the lens of Ayurveda, as we look at it through the lens of yoga. And as you were mentioning up in the previous recording, and if you haven't checked that, please have a look at this. Some interesting point that you can hook into and that you can learn from, I think. And here we go. So we were talking about as a preparation for the panchakarma. You were mentioning that somebody is coming and asking you straight away, can you give me a massage to detoxify? By the way, in case you are watching this video as a first, here is Mr. Vasile, I'm Avi, and we are doing this series of podcasts spinning around yoga and Ayurveda. So welcome on board, and we are back into track.
Yes, before detoxification, must do some practice for preparation. One of them is to eat a little, not usually a regularly meal. Because
so we are right now talking about if you're planning to go into a detoxification program, whether it's a Shatkarma or Panchakarma, and you want to go on a weekend retreat to cleanse yourself, how can you prepare so that you get the maximum benefit out of it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And the first suggestion is to eat less.
Eat less for prepare the body for detoxification will follow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and more little presence of TV, interruption, communication with TV, internet.
Before going into the TV, there is this Ayurvedic principle of dinacharya that I bring in here, and that will enhance your ability to detox. As in Ayurveda, they say you eat solid food 1/4, one third, liquid 1/3, and you leave 1/3 of your stomach empty. So you never really stuff yourself and eat till you cannot eat anymore. So that is not the Ayurvedic principle of eating. And eating less, if you cannot go for a fasting, like a day fast, you can go for intermittent fasting. That would be like eating in a duration of 8 hours or 10 hours, and then not eat at a stretch for 12-14 hours. It will trigger autophagy for you, and you will start eliminating stuff from your cellular dimension.
Yes, before detoxification, it's good to eat more soups, very liquid soups, who can clean our channels, named shrotas in Ayurveda, very important for general cleansing. Yes, and stomach maximum three parts full. Yes, and it's very important hour of meat.
Hour of meal.
Yeah. Because sleep and our well-being is influenced by our meals. Last meal in dinner is very important. 5:30 or 6 is better, because must pass more 3 hours after the meat, and we go to sleep.
So between the last meal and by the time you're going to sleep, there should be 3 hours of gap.
3 hours or 4.
3 or 4 hours. It reminds me of a funny incident that happened, and this story was told by my master, Swami Niranjan. He said somebody came many years back to him and asked him, how should I eat? I would like to let go of some weight, and he was sick. And he said exactly this Ayurvedic principle to him. Before you go to sleep, there should be at least 3 hours of gap, and and the meal should be at least 3 hours before. And he left the ashram and he came back after a few months and he was still sick. And to that, the Swami asked him, "What's wrong with you? You are still sick. Are you following the principle, the advice that I gave you?" He said, "Yeah. I'm doing it. I follow your advice very sincerely. I take my dinner now at 10:30 in the night, and I go to bed at 2 o'clock. So I maintain 3 hours of gap, and I wake up at 8 in the morning. So I'm following your advice very sincerely." And we got the joke. The fun part here is, yeah, when we say 3 hours gap minimum before you put your head to the pillow, it doesn't mean now you eat at 9 o'clock and you go to bed at 12.
Well,
So everything has a right time. And Vasily, you were talking
Yes.
about to have
better hour for sleep is 10,
10
because then begin
pitta.
pitta interval between 10 and 2 o'clock,
Mhm.
2 a.m. And most good for our relaxation. Secrets more endorphin, more melatonin in this
Yeah.
interval.
You will, another thing to point here, which I experience on myself. I would love to put my head, I would like to go to sleep at 10 o'clock, but I'm not doing it. I'm sleeping a little later than that. And I know if I'm not in bed by 10:30 or ish and I'm trying to sleep, if I push it a little bit more, if I go 11:30, I can stay awake for another couple of hours easily, and it is more hard for me to go to sleep. The quality of the sleep is highly disturbed.
Yes.
Yeah, I have more weird dreams, and so yes, there are hours, there are biological clock, and I think it is applicable to most of us. We feel little sleepy by 9:30, 10, but then human beings are the only creature who can
Yes.
consciously choose to deprive themselves from sleep.
Yes.
So we say, okay, no dormim. I have more things to do. I have to watch one more episode, a little bit more of Netflix, or arranging the clothes, doing the laundry, and you lose that hour, and then you struggle to fall asleep.
Yes, and very good for very important for our detoxification, for our well-being is 3 pillars of healthy, who are ahara or food.
3 pillars of health: ahara,
Ahara means food,
uh-huh.
nidra sleep,
Mhm.
and brahmacharya control of sexual energies.
Right.
Because if you are 3 pillars in good condition, we have a good life and healthy
Mhm.
life. And food implicates about sleep and vice versa.
Mhm.
And
Ahara, food. Second thing you said,
nidra,
nidra, the sleep,
and
and brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, that's a controversial topic. We live in a hedonistic society to an extent. We love to indulge in not only the sexual act but also everything that brings joy. So brahmacharya is not only controlling the sexual act or the sexual desire, but also this overindulgence of using your own energy to find joy outside, right?
Yes.
So if to finding a way to tap into our consciousness within ourselves, and if we can find a source of sustainable joy, that can be treated as brahmacharya in a large extent. Not only the continence. Continence is definitely a
Yes. Brahmacharya, control
Part.
of all senses,
Mhm.
not only sexual. Energy.
sensual restraint. Yeah.
Brahmacharya means is linked with brahmacharya and mauna or pose, vocal pose.
Mhm.
Is another form of brahmacharya
Mhm.
in controlling our impulses,
Yeah.
natural impulses.
Silence or too much of scrolling, like you're engaging with your eyes into the external world, that activates the fire takes away the lot of fire energy out of you, right?
Yeah, in these times, social media disturbing more people because there are a lot of information and our brain processing a big little part of a million of information and disturb us and improves very much vata dosha, dissiping attention.
Right, right. So what else we can do to prepare the body before we go into the mind? What else can we do with our body as a preparation for detoxification? What will you recommend?
Is very good are nutrition drinks or detoxification drinks. I use a formula and I recommending a lot of peoples with warm water or hot water, lemon, ginger, turmeric, basil and mint and a little honey on empty stomach in the morning.
So I repeat: warm water, lemon, honey. Sorry, lemon, ginger, turmeric, honey, and basil.
Basil.
Basil is tulsi.
Tulsi or normal basil, basil, yes, and a little a teaspoon of honey on empty stomach is very good for cleansing all channels and improve our digestive fire. And why people ask why not room temperature? I say warm water or almost hot water because to make more liquid our parts of stomach, our
so the warm usually dilates the intestine.
Yes.
That will help. It will help in peristalsis, the rhythmic contraction, relaxation of the intestinal channel. And usually we are so much into this greasy food, so hot water will obviously make them unstuck from the intestinal wall and they will flush.
Yes, and
put them down.
Make more easily elimination.
Yeah, elimination. Right.
Yes. Right. After 15 minutes or 20 minutes, depends on every woman or man, are going to toilet because starting a process, elimination process coordinated by subtle or vayus, apana vayu, or descending vayus, direction of elimination. Yes.
Right.
And after that, we can make a practice more easy, more fluent practice. I tried this drink a few years ago, and I eliminate 4 kilos in 1 week.
Wow.
1 week and a half. Not need for that, but detoxification is a part or slabik, secondary.
Yeah.
Detoxification is part of interest for us.
I recently came across to this statement and I really hooked into this. It said, you don't have to lose weight to get healthy. You need to get healthy to lose weight. So once you become healthy, automatically anything that is extra will melt away. In yoga, what we recommend is, if you don't have the time to make this detox drink with honey, with turmeric, with ginger, then just drink 2 glasses of warm water, that is about a 500 milliliter of water, and perform the asana for the Shankha Prakshalana, the 5 yoga postures. This will help you to push the water down. And then usually, if you do this in the early morning, you will feel like the need to use the toilet. Your metabolic fire will improve, the peristalsis will improve, and you are more comfortable to go into the practice of Shankha Prakshalana
Yes.
And also the panchakarma, that will become easier for you to do that, or anybody to do that.
Yes, another solution is a teaspoon, a big teaspoon of ghee. After that, warm water. Improve our digestive fire and clean our toxins.
So after the cleansing is done, 1 spoon of ghee in warm water.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Ghee and ghee is kapha quality. It's very, very warm, very, very good for us, especially in this summer, where it's very hot, and improves our digestive fire. It's very good. Ghee is good for all people, for all seasons. Moderate kapha because cause more weight.
Because of the Prithvi Tattva. Yeah. Right. Other practices which can help one to really go into a detoxification practice, along with the morning herbal drink and doing some asanas. It will do good if the person can give up on caffeine.
Yes.
Yeah, because now the gross body will start influencing the subtle body. You don't want to detox just the body, but you don't take out the mental garbage. So coffee, giving up caffeine, which is something that agitates us, and what will agitation mean? Agitation means that we are more on the surface, not at the center.
Yes.
So if we can let go of caffeine for a while, excessive sweets, this will also enhance in the detoxification practice.
I see more people, first wrong habitude is to see at phone. After wake up, phone is first, before coffee and this disturbing our mind.
So a little bit of digital detox you will recommend.
Digestive detoxing is good any part of day, but especially in the morning.
Great. And then along with that, the food can be as much as liquid soup based.
Liquid soup.
You were talking something about to decide the food on the specific hour of the day. So I believe you wanted to talk about this 12 o'clock ish, the lunch to be.
This 8 o'clock is for breakfast.
Those of you have breakfast. If you skip that part, that's fine.
But I recommend to not skip for breakfast. Is very good.
Even for the kapha person?
Even, but quantity is moderate.
Smaller quantity, okay.
It's very good ghee on the bread. I recommend and I use ghee with honey. Very good taste.
Excellent. And, you'll get addicted to it.
Yeah. And avocado, very good. Creamy, good for stomach. And a little tea. Cup of tea, not coffee, tea. We can use tea or another detoxing drinks, not coffee. Not coffee. And principal meal have what 12 and 13 pitta time, because then pitta or fire or digestive fire, agni, is very, very strong. And even we don't eat then, we can problems, digestive problems and mentally problems, even especially pitta persons. If they don't eat of 12, 13, don't understand with them. We can't. And after that, and lunch, a soup and a dal, and after that, very important, after 30 minutes, is detoxing or digestive tea. Mint tea, ginger tea, basil tea is very good. And very important when we eat, don't watch on TV, on phone, or speak with another. Only our attention, all attention, and
to the food. Eat in mauna.
Yeah, and assimilate.
Yeah, this is something that if you come to Bihar School of Yoga in the Munger Ashram or the Rikya Ashram, you will notice that there's hundreds of people are eating in pin drop silence.
Yes.
There is nobody talking.
Yes, like
Absolute
monasteries
silence. Yeah,
rules.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's very important because if we are or negative habitude is eat when negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
This influences the quality of meals, and all the low energies return on our being.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good for.
So eating in silence, eating without watching Netflix or any scrolling or reading your emails will do immense
Or
benefits.
argumenting, discussion with another people, and I prefer in nature, if it's possible, on quiet, the ideal in along the water. A river is very good.
To eat.
Under a tree, yes.
Oh, this gets more romantic now. If you can find yourself next to the water, under a tree,
Yes, Bodhi tree.
yeah, under the Bodhi tree, that would be great. But yeah, there are practices that I remember from my childhood. You know, I was never given food, especially the lunch, if I would take a shower,
Yes,
as in a bath. In India, we take bath.
yes, very
So-
good. And more important too is after a meal to wash our face.
Yeah,
Or 4, 8, 12 or 16 times.
splashing the water.
Splash.
Yeah.
Because digestion began when we eat at continuing 2 or 3 hours, depends how what we eat.
Yeah, there's another thing that to be noticed that sometimes observe this tendency that after your meal, if you feel sluggish and you feel sleepy,
Yes.
that's a sign that you might be consuming either too much of food or wrong kind of food, because your bank balance of energy is
Or
consumed
wrong,
just
or
to
wrong combination.
a wrong combination to eat up the food. And this, so after you have paid attention to that, if you're eating the right food in the right proportion, and then at the end you wash your mouth and you splash water on yourself, you feel fresh. You will not need, because in the West there is this tendency after food, can I have a coffee?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, no, you don't need a coffee. You just need to clear yourself, clean yourself, and that's a good habit. I have also noticed this. A lot of people after their meal, they're okay to go and take a shower. You should avoid that, right?
Yes, yes.
Because your Agni, the fire in the body, which is essential for your digestion, will go down. And even if you're eating something healthy and nourishing, it will be challenging for you to digest.
Or and another prajnaparada in Sanskrit terms, wrong, very wrong practice is to drink cold water after we eat, and stop our digestive fire and aggravation, kapha, especially not only kapha, all channels are blocked, and recommend warm water or warm tea after meal, not. And another wrong manner is to eat at final fruits after meals. No, fruits only before meal, 2 or 3 hours before.
Yeah, not to combine fruits with this.
Yes, because can disturbing our
So
digestion.
I think we have shared enough tips that can help you to naturally detox before you engage in a detoxifying program or you cleanse your system to Shatkarma or Panchakarma.
Yes, and I 4 factors we can eat about our dosha, our moment of day, and our season, and our digestive fire. It's 4 parameters.
4 parameters to be consulted before you put or you choose the food.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I hope this helps you guys. Try to apply as many as of these tips in your day-to-day life, and if you feel anything positive, share with us and we can talk around those lines in the next podcast.
Yes.
right?
Yes, and another Ayurvedic doctors, Vashantlal says, Ayurvedic rules are simple but not easy.
Yeah.
Not easy to follow. It
That's
goes the
interesting.
routine and consequence. Yeah.
Thank you, Vasila.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaskar.